Welcome back to the Purdue Softball Show. I'm Corey Paul alongside head coach Boo DeOliveira. Coach, a good week for the Boilermakers, 3-2 since we last spoke. A midweek win over SIUE last week. A big win over Butler just a few nights ago, and we'll talk about that one in a bit. But historic day, a bit of history on Saturday against Michigan. The Boilermakers take just the fourth win in program history against the Wolverines. We'll start there. Talk about sort of the weekend and what that win, another Big Ten win, but an important one against the top team, what that means right now for the program.
You know, I was just talking about how it was a bummer that we played a doubleheader that game because we really didn't get to enjoy that moment of, that was a really big win. It's our first top 50 RPI team that we've beat this year. And like you said, it's only the fourth time in program history that we've beat Michigan. My first time as a head coach here coaching. It's just a really big win. You know, Michigan's a really tough team all the way around. They hit the ball well. They're a little different than they've been in the past where they just tie hits together, they run fast, and their pitching is just top notch. I mean, you saw that unfortunately in games 1 and game 3, but game 2 managed to figure out how to win. And for our team, definitely a big morale boost. You know, for people that don't pay that close of attention to the rankings in the Big Ten, everyone is really tough this year. There's not a single team that's just separated themselves from the rest of the pack, and on any given day, any team can win, and I keep saying that, but it was a really important win just for our team because, you know, we've been coming so close with these top teams, and we keep saying, hey, we're good enough to compete with them, we're good enough to beat them, and we were in game 2, so that was exciting.
Absolutely. Turn the page on a tough loss Friday night, got that win. Maddie Ellis goes the distance. Complete game win in that victory. Her performance that day, it wasn't dominant. She didn't strike out a bunch of Wolverines. She relied on her defense, which has been a theme this year. But just her performance on Saturday, how important was that?
Maddie was just, she was dealing, like we like to say. Like you said, wasn't a ton of strikeouts, but she changes speed so effectively and just moves the ball around in the zone. And she keeps hitters guessing all the time. And to go and face a team that you're seeing hitters 3, 4, sometimes 6 to 9 times in a weekend and be able to be successful against top hitters, that just tells you what a great pitcher she is.
Alex Echezarreta, officially 1 for 1 on the day, but she
took a lot of walks.
She took a lot of walks, and you know, her one non-at-bat resulted in an RBI, a sac fly to score, a really important run, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored for Alex. And you know, on Tuesday against Butler, I almost said Wednesday there, on Tuesday against Butler, 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
I mean, she gets the win in the circle.
Yep.
She's really playing huge right now for your team.
She's that person on the team. You know, every team that you face, you have that person in the lineup that you're like, hey, we don't want to let so-and-so beat us. And, you know, we acknowledge who they are. We figure out their tendencies, tell the team, like, this is who's not going to beat us. If they're going to beat us, make someone else step up. She's that person in our lineup, you know, when she's fully healthy and when she's in the lineup and when she gets pitches to drive. Right. She's a really good hitter, and she's a top pitcher as well. And you saw that this week. She hasn't really been full go since I think the second game of Nebraska.
Yeah, which was Big Ten opening weekend.
Yeah, Big Ten opening weekend. And to have her back and have her be able to pitch the way she knows how to pitch and hit and be clutch, that was really big for our team. That's
awesome. She also got a big bomb that set the tone early in that game against Butler on Tuesday night. A run rule win, 9-1 in 4.5 innings. Love those 4.5. We were timing it. We were doing the broadcast.
It was like an hour and a half.
Big Ten Plus. It was like an hour and 27 minutes total, which is phenomenal. It actually caught our production crew off guard a little bit. They're like, "Wait, it's over? Okay, this is great." Set the tone. You know, it felt like everybody was getting 12 hits in four at-bat innings for you guys. 3 players with multiple hits. Liv got
McFadden in 2 doubles.
Couple doubles, which is a career high for her, and you know, one of just a few players in the Big Ten who've done that this year. Just it was nice to see everybody contribute.
Yeah, you know, we obviously had a tough weekend offensively in games 1 and game 3 against Michigan, and just worked on some adjustments on Monday, and just got kind of back on track on the confidence side, and just, you know, keep it simple. We don't need big hits. Big hits happen. We love home runs. Who doesn't love home runs? But just hit the ball up the middle, and we had a lot more productive outs during the game. Boo George grounding out to first baseman. Liv, you know, there's different ways that we got out, but that we were able to advance runners that helped us. And you saw our speed being able to steal bases, which was nice. Anytime that we can get Dylan on the move and get her some stolen bases, we like to do that.
For sure. You mentioned a little bit, you know, the quick turn, you guys had Sunday off for weather, which was probably kind of a blessing. To have to play 2 on Saturday stinks. Like you said, you didn't enjoy the win because you had to move right into the next game. But to get that extra day off and then be able to turn the page Monday, start focusing on this week. The scheduling this time of year is really difficult, isn't it?
It is, and it was, as much as you don't want to play more than one game in a day, to be able to be off Sunday, usually Monday is our off day. So because we had Sunday off, we moved our off day to Wednesday. So we were able to kind of work on some things to fine tune from the weekend, things that we needed to get better on, and things that we needed to keep doing well. So we did that on Monday, light practice, played Tuesday, team rested Wednesday, and then today when we travel, we'll practice at Ohio State once we get there.
Travel, you leave out this afternoon for Columbus. Nice little 4-hour bus drive.
Yep.
It's not too bad. It was just almost due east from Lafayette. Let's talk about the Buckeyes a little bit. An offensively potent team. They're currently 6th in the Big Ten, 8-6, right in that glut of teams, like you said. What do we expect this weekend?
Ohio State can hit. They always can hit. And they have multiple people in their lineup that have extra bases pop and home run pop. The key to us winning is that we need to hit the ball and be productive. Our pitching is going to keep us in the games with our really solid defense behind them. And we just need to keep the ball in the park defensively, let the defense work, and then offensively we need to be productive. Get runners into scoring position and score them. That's been when we've been beat. That's been some of the trends is that we haven't produced with runners in scoring position. So that'll be important this weekend.
Well, and if there's a weakness to Ohio State, it is that they give up runs, they give up hits. 3.47 ERA. It was just near the bottom of the Big Ten, so they can be touched up. Like you said, it's a matter of getting those timely hits and pitching a little bit. Are there any standouts other than names we've mentioned?
We talked about Maddie. We talked about Alex. It's just, honestly, this weekend, we talk all year about bottom wins, the bottom of our order.
Yes.
And I think it was Butler, every person in the lineup against Butler had at least one quality at bat, so one quab. And when we can get 7, 8, and 9 to get on base and then get, Jade Moy, Tyrena, Alex, get the top hitters to hit them in, that's when we're successful. And our bottom is doing a good job of doing that, and we need them to keep doing that because I think the bottom of the order is really the most underrated part of the order. People think, oh, you're a 7, 8, 9 hitter, maybe you're not as dangerous as the 1, 2, 3s, but I'll tell you, those 9 hitters that come up and hit a random home run or hit a random double or draw the leadoff walk, it's so frustrating for the opponent, and for our team to be able to have 7, 8, 9 that get on base, that's really helpful.
Well, hopefully they keep producing this weekend. Good luck in Columbus.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see what happens. All 3 games on Big Ten Plus if you can't make it out, and we'll be back here next week to talk about it.
Sounds good.
Coach, thanks.